wanted people to get some kind of test of what to expect from your podcast, right?
That's cool.
So I didn't know if you had any particular topic in common that you want to talk about just off the top of your head that you could be opinionated on. So I was sitting here trying to think of something that you can give opinion on. We can kind of, just build on conversation.
I'm going to give you one that I had this conversation with people all the time. It's about relationships. And I stand on this when it comes to relationships, starting new relationships. I'm that person I hate for people to say, I got this wall up, such did this to me. That's why I can't trust you in the beginning. I hate it. I know that's a strong word to use, but my opinion on this whole trust issue when you meeting people or you're dating, don't date me if you can't trust me in the beginning. I'm supposed to lose your trust. I shouldn't have to gain your trust.
Yo,
I can't
I'm going to tell you, right? This is good because you really are opinionated as fuck. That's what's up. That's funny. But go ahead, keep going. I got questions to ask you on that. I want to expound on that.
But I don't believe in the whole gaining your trust. I'm supposed to lose your trust in the beginning. I'm not saying that you should just put your whole life in my hands. But if we're dating, or if I'm being affectionate with you, or being this type of person with you, I deserve that back because I didn't give you that hurt. Mm-hmm. We are two different people. We might have the same physical makeup as being two men, but besides that, even if you see similarities in us, I am not that man. I can't stand it. I mean, that well, I'm gonna let you go.
I'm gonna tell you, I'll be staying out of the ship stuff, but I'm for you because you're my man. I'm gonna build on it. Okay. But I'm gonna ask you a question. So like, you saying that in the beginning of a relationship, whatever, you're supposed to lose her trust, not gain it, right? Mm-hmm. But see, I'm just throwing this out there. That's mindset already is like, that's why I'm not giving it to you because you already expect to lose it.
Yeah,
I don't want. She might not want you to lose her trust. She might want you to just keep it. That's a better word. Maybe
a better word. My wording was off. My
wording
was
get your words right because I'm telling you, they're gonna twist it. I do a lot of talking, so I know when people be trying to twist your words. You know what I'm saying? So I want to make sure I'm trying to get you right.
I appreciate
when you
that.
go on your podcast and do this,
I appreciate
niggas can't come at you. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that.
All right, so that was one. But also on the flip side, you said, you being intimate with the person, you being affectionate, right? And y'all are different, right? Mm-hmm. All right. Little malfunction. All right, so it's like 4 niggas buy a car, whatever, right?
Yeah.
You go, whatever, and boom, they catch you slipping. It happens. They rob you, whatever case may be. The next time you see 4 niggas buy your car, how you gonna react?
Me personally, I'm gonna react the same way I did the first time.
You can get robbed again? No, once you get robbed, you're gonna. All right, you got robbed.
I get it.
At that point, you're gonna move differently, correct? So if you
to a certain extent, I'm sorry for cutting you out. I'm gonna say this. I will be more aware. There's nothing wrong with being aware of things.
Perfect. There we go. You're more aware, and I feel like this is just my opinion too. Mm-hmm. I feel like when somebody's like that, that's all they're doing. They're being more aware because last person was also affectionate. The last person also,
this is good.
told them this like, hey, you could trust me.
That's cool.
Most times, somebody saying you could trust them is me thinking like, I don't know if I can trust you. Cause why are you telling me this?
I'm gonna say this.
Why wouldn't you want to earn the trust? Cause you ever earned anything before?
Of course.
You took care of it, right?
Yeah.
So if I just give you my trust off the rip, how you gonna take care of that? Like if I just give you my trust from the rip, like how I know you're gonna take care of that? I'm the one gambling now again.
That's true.
And if I didn't gamble 2, 3, 4 times in my life, I'm 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Ain't no telling how old I am, right?
That's true.
At that point, I'm not gambling no more. How many times I'm gonna lose my heart?
And I agree with you on that. And I'm not trying to
go ahead.
catch you off,
I'm glad we building on
I
this.
agree with you on that. But this is what I mean. When I say that wall, it's a thin line between what you just said and overdoing things when it comes to that, right?
Define overdoing it. Let's get
okay,
to that.
so I'm gonna give you a perfect example. I was talking to a woman, hey, you wanna go out to eat? I mean, I would, but I got this to do, making up the excuses. And at first, it's always cool. I understand. You don't know me. You trying to peep the vibe, things like that. But then I'm going to get to a point, it's like, okay, this is never happening. And then I'm asking you, why we don't ever go anywhere? Why aren't we going past the text and the talking stage? Not sex, not any of that. Just even dating. And then I hear, well, I don't know if I'm ready to date. Don't talk to me. And I'm not saying it like be my friend. Let me know that I'm your friend. Let me know that I'm one of those people that if we're talking, I don't just talk to people. I don't. If I don't like you, I don't like you. I'm not gonna even waste your time and play along. I did that before, but I'm not that person. So at 30 years old,
you changed now.
I most definitely have. And we can get into that too.
No, but how you felt the people that you did do that with, how you think they are with their people now?
But so, it wasn't because of the wall. It wasn't even because of the wall. I really wasn't. I wasn't shit. To be honest with you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You don't think doing that then put a wall up on some other girl? Like you don't think some other girl?
It has. And listen, okay, so I'm gonna finish the scenario, right? That's cool. And what I'm saying is at some point, you have to still jump in the water, because what that also does on the flip side is when you do have a good guy and he wants to do right by you, but you're treating him like all the other guys that did you wrong, then guess what he do? He get tired of it. Mm-hmm. He goes on by. I'm not saying that you can't have your reservations towards things, but to totally shut someone out, I should still have some type of affection. If we're dating, even if we at that point of dating, and I'm showing you affection, even just put my arm around you when we watching TV, or just a kiss when I come home or come over, and you feel like those things, I can't really do that. I don't know how to do that. You shouldn't be dating then.
Don't let you know how to kiss. No.
I got you.
Just
you know,
I
get you. And it's working for me. But you know what I'm saying is, when I say you shouldn't be dating, I'm not saying, well, just don't. What I'm saying is, understand you. And understand the person that you're trying to deal with.
Do you think that person was over the person that they were dealing with before?
Never.
That's probably what it is then. It had nothing to do with the wall. It
shouldn't
had nothing to do with the wall. But you, back to your point though, you're right. Just leave me alone.
Leave me alone. Because
but then also sometimes, this is me with women. I don't know, like with. I probably shouldn't have said that, but I already committed to it. So fuck it.
Go ahead.
All right. So it's like, I think I've seen sometimes women like and I cannot pay them no mind. Mm-hmm. They just hit you up. Hey, what you doing? Da, da, da. And I think they might be getting into it with their man or whatever. Mm-hmm.
I know exactly
you know what I'm saying. So
about.
they always liked you. So it's like, yeah, I'm gonna just try it. In the middle thing, right? So I think sometimes, and not all the time. Mm-hmm. Obviously, and if you notice, like you try to talk to them this and third, and they get the coach, it's like, okay, you back with your man now or something like that.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I mean, I can see both sides of that.
I'm gonna say this. I have and most men don't have a problem with that. Just say that's what you want. A lot of women will sit here and plan, and men do it too. So this is not a man-woman thing. This is just
a people thing.
A people thing when I'm speaking on this. They'll sit here and give you this great conversation, and you damn to be planning out a whole life together. You know, oh, I really like you, and it's gonna go somewhere, and then they get scared. Whoa, wait, what's going on? Now they want to, or like you say, they had a man. I'm the type of person, tell me what I'm dealing with, because I'm the type, how we start is how we're going to finish. I'm not one of those, let's see, you're just my friend, because I'm going to put that in my head. I'm your friend, and we do this, and that's it. Once I got that thought of you, that's it. It's not a bad thing that you want me to be your friend. It's not a good thing either. That's just your preference, that I'm your friend. But tell me that. Don't feed me what you want, and then that's not what you really want, or not from me.
In that aspect, I can see some of what you're saying, but you don't think like and this is women or all men.
Yeah.
Men,
yeah.
And you speaking when you said just people, so I'm
gonna flip
it the other way. Like I feel like too, and I'm a man, so I know. Like I feel like too. A lot of times when we get hurt, it's a wrap. That's it. Like maybe not for you. I don't know.
Yeah. But I'm not everybody.
General,
yeah.
I feel like when they hurt, it's like it's about the 10th one probably gonna make it through, because that girl ain't gonna make it. That girl ain't gonna make it, because that wall is there permanent. Men them trying to take the wall down.
I say that. But go ahead.
But with women, or you dealing with women who got a wall, I feel like sometimes because you earning things, you know sometimes the stuff you work for, and you might people different. Some people feel like they nose up. I ain't working for nobody. All right, cool. Sometimes some stuff you work for is rewarding. Mm-hmm. So like even if somebody do got their wall up, like that story of you how you tear that wall down and how you conquered the woman might be good for some people. Some people like it. I don't know.
I'm not a good construction worker then.
You got a plumbing business. What you mean?
I said a construction worker. I ain't tearing no walls down.
Okay. You just be laying pipes. See, that's the part. Now I'm playing. Nah, but seriously though, like I do feel like sometimes that's the mindset. Like, and you might feel like, okay, well, don't put me through the ringer that's that and third, but you only really as good as your history sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like
you're right. You're right about that.
You're a part of what you've been through. You're part of your environment. So you might have seen your mom get hurt over and over again, right? So you might put a stop to it. The first time you get hurt, like, you know what? Ain't no nigga hurting me no more. So niggas gotta earn my trust. If they don't want to earn it, then that mean they ain't for me. So back to what you're saying about if the guy's a good guy, I also feel like this. If you do run a good guy off, technically speaking, it might not sound like the best option, but if you're gambling and you can choose to get hurt or not get hurt, you're gonna pick not get hurt. So if you run that good guy off, you still did not get hurt. We don't know if that. We don't know what would happen, but we know he didn't pass the test. Whatever test you putting up, to
I
get
definitely
that.
agree with that. I get that. I do. But being opinionated the way I am, it's like. But when you know better, you know. And I'm not saying that these is not, because these are all valid points, because I have heard these things. But you know, I mean, I'm just be real with you. I look at how people are with their friends, their family, and things like that. A woman will put a man through the ringer because of what she been through, but her friend will mess with 3 of her baby daddies, and you know, just you know, and
that's funny as hell, though.
but she'll go make friends with another woman. She not telling that woman, you know, my other friend slept with me, so I can't really be your friend like that. No, she go all in. You see what I'm saying? I feel like relationships are relationships. I have had friends betray me. I have had people in this same situation right now that's I'm gonna walk you through whatever it was, and I'm gonna make sure you good. But I don't come at you and say, you know, man, I don't know, man. You know, man, people don't really lie to me. You know, I don't think I'm gonna come and see what you talking about, man, because I don't want to be lied to.
I think too, it could depend on on your
and I'm using it as a
tolerance.
Small, yeah.
Some people got a high tolerance. Well, I'm gonna just use me and you. Like, we may have a high tolerance to betrayal, to where like it might hurt us to sting, but you're able to still operate and move on in life. Some people get hurt and they can't move on. They can't understand why did this happen. Me personally, I'm not trying to understand. It happened. Fuck you. I'm moving on.
So that's me. That's your baggage at this point.
You know,
whatever you did to me, you take that guilt with you. I'm not even worrying about it no more. Okay, so
but
can I ask you this?
People are different.
So when we talk about relationships, right, and you know, this also goes back to what we were talking before the camera: self-inflicted wounds, right? I have been hurt by a woman, but in reality, I hurt myself.
It's all the time.
Exactly. It was self-inflicted wound because I kept
you probably should have left way before you actually did.
Exactly. Meaning, so if I put this wall up,
no, you're going backwards. But go ahead. I'm gonna see what you're saying.
Okay, so what I'm saying is, so if this woman hurt me, right, and I put this wall up, right. Why am I put? You know, let me see how to put it, because I know about wording.
I'm ready for you. So come on. I
got wording
in the chamber. I got mine in the chamber.
Okay,
I'm ready.
that's cool. So if I put this wall up, right, because this woman hurt me, when technically I did it to myself in so many ways. She still did it. Like I say, even when we talk about the other situations we talked about, it's still somebody else doing it, but we still allowed it in so many ways. At what point do I take accountability and say, well, I do like these type of women that do these type of things, and I tend to give it the same one, so this is why I keep happening. Because a lot of times it's not a wall. A lot of times it really just, I don't like you. You're not my type. You're not him.
I didn't want to tell you that earlier. And I was like, I don't know if that's it. I was going, I ain't want to be too funny at first. I was like,
oh no, but that's why I say, that's why I said what I said. If you don't like me, go just your way. Yeah. And I mean, that's why I say I have done that, because I wasn't shit at one point. It's been people in my mind just like, I really don't like you. I love everything you doing for me.
Feel good, but it ain't good.
It ain't good because it ain't who I wanted to be. We all ugly to someone. We all kind of like to someone. We all lame to someone. But to someone else, we the best. You know,
perspective.
I have dealt with. You take my situation. I've been in since my little girl mom. It's been almost 7 years, and then from her to my next relationship, it was like a 3-year gap. You know. And then from that, it's been almost 2.5 years to now. I'm in a relationship now, but I have dealt with women in between these 3 relationships, and there have been good women who you like. I could have married her. She was, but it came from someone I didn't want it from.
Right.
You know, but I never. And that's the thing. I'm never gonna say I wasn't like hiding. I wasn't just like doing this. Like, if you allow me to keep talking to you, I'm telling you, hey, I don't want a relationship. No, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. But you allow me to constantly have that. I'm going to keep doing it. But I'm going to be honest and tell you, hey, I don't want that. Now, it's up to you to sit at home and keep saying, I'm going to try this and I'm going to try that. I'm going to try this. But I am at least honest enough to say, I just don't want it from you. I am honest, but I am that same person. They're gonna say, but if you give it to me, I'm gonna still take it.
But so that's funny as hell. But let me ask you a question about the wall thing, right? So with the wall though, like if the person is honest and just saying like they're telling you I do have a wall up, and they honest with you already, like, it's because of my past, but I do like you, but it's just that they can't. Some people just can't say, oh, it's a wall. Let me just move it out the way. It's not that easy.
That's cool, but
you,
the thing is, tell me about the wall. Good enough.
Oh, so tell you about it.
Tell me about the
wall,
and
then you're okay with it.
I'm still gonna leave, but I'm okay, and then we can be friends. I mean, cause that's just not me. You know.
So what if that's a good woman, but you just chose not to work for it and you missed out? Then
yeah, and that can't happen. That can't happen. That definitely can't happen. It's just me personally. It's not that I don't want to work for anything. I would tell people like how my insecurities work is. I have been in situations where I'm paying everything, and then as soon as I fall on my fall off or something happen, that person just like, okay, bye, I'm gone. You can't. So I don't go in that situation like, you can't get nothing from me.
So for everybody you meet from now on, you still paying everything?
It's something that works. I work into it, but what I'm saying is
that's a wall. That's a wall.
It's not. It's not. What I'm saying is,
when you work into it, the wall is here. You work into it, it's coming down. Then
my wall. Once I meet you, that wall is already coming down. I have to like you enough to even entertain you. So what I'm saying is, of course, I'm not. I don't go in no situation. Even with the people who I done, I don't go in no situation like, hey, free money. Okay. No, never that. Never that. What I'm saying is, if we're dating, if we're on that situation, and I like you enough, if you need help, okay, what you need help with? Okay, I got you. I'm that person anyway. Even with friends, if I meet a friend today, and next week he might be my best friend, like. I'm just a giving person. They be like, why you gave your homeboy, you just met him last week? No, that's my best friend. Now he need help paying his car note. I'm that type of person. I don't have a wall up because this person used me or that. But what I'm saying is I pay attention to how I do things. So like now I'm in a situation where we stay together, right? When we first started dating, I did small things. I just wasn't as open to it to the point like, you need my help? But if she asks me, I'm like, okay, cool, I still got you. That's how I guess my wall work. It's just,
so you had one. I'm just letting you know.
I guess you could call it a wall. But what I'm saying is just the whole point of just saying, no, I'm not doing none of this with you because I've been hurt. Nah,
Let me ask you this, man, because it's probably a better question. Is it the wall the problem or the fact that you just like, I'm not breaking no wall for nobody? Is that so? It's not the wall. Is the wall not the problem? It's the fact that you don't want to break that wall. Is that what it is? More so than anything?
I don't feel like I should have to.
You feel like, hey, I'm Mario. Give me a trust.
Not because I'm Mario. In general, even if it's somebody on my hand, right?
Shake on trust.
Okay, so let's go to my situation, right? And I'm very open with my life, right? I stayed with a woman, paid bills, everything, and it was situations where I'm paying bills and a key is getting taken away from me. And I told myself I would never move in with another woman ever. Like, if you not coming to my spot, oh well, we not gonna stay together.
Right.
But then I got into a situation with a woman with 2 kids who couldn't just leave her situation. This is set. This is where the kids sleep at night. If we're gonna stay together, okay, I'm coming. I did it.
But why though? Like what made you say I'm gonna go with that?
Because I was like, she's not this girl. That was it. She's not this girl. This girl did this.
But how did you know she wasn't that girl?
I didn't know.
So how you say she's not the girl if you don't know she's not the girl?
They not the same person at the end of the day. What I'm saying is this person, her name is this, her name is that.
Identity wise, this is Sarah. That's Lisa.
I don't know what Sarah Lisa and Sally I don't know. They could be the same, but I'm willing to take that risk.
So she didn't show you nothing that made you say, you know what, I can go over it. It just was like, you know what,
well, she did, but the same person did that same.
She broke the wall.
Listen, this same person did the same thing. What I'm saying is when I moved,
she broke the wall too.
So what you're saying is, okay, so let me get what
I'm
you're
just saying. Your girl worked for that, for you to say, I would never do this, but I'm gonna do that. She might didn't go on her phone and say, how can I? What can I take him on a date to do this? Or
she felt like in her mind, though, she felt like I was too trustworthy. She was like, you don't know me, and I'm like,
you liked her. Whatever she did, you liked her, and I'm not saying she did it for that reason, but what I'm saying is, in her doing whatever she was doing, whatever it was, it causes that wall to come back. Like you said, when I meet you, I like you, right? So no matter you like it, that wall start coming down. But they came down fast, slow, who knows? Yeah. But
I guess I say that. Some people walls stay up too long for me to say that we're adults.
Okay,
You know,
there you
to
go.
the point, like, let me say that then. I'm not going to say that you should have a wall. And you the first, I swear to you, the first person to change my mind on that. I swear to you. I'll say this.
But I like this conversation we're having. It's
Your
cool.
wall shouldn't have to stay up that long. It doesn't make sense to me. Like I say, I'm not saying that you can't have your reservations towards things.
I agree with everything you're saying right now. I agree.
You know,
Yeah.
but
It should be a point where something I'm doing is like, all right, it's coming down here. But if I'm messing with you 2-3 months and that wall either getting high or it's not moving, it's like, so can this motherfucker move or?
yeah, you know,
I can understand that.
yeah, you
that.
know, that's
But
my thing.
And the dope thing about this conversation we just had is that we both start out with, cause I changed my opinion somewhat too. Like I agree with you saying like it should move at some point, but I just want to make sure that people see that we just kind of embody that whole listening. I listened to everything you said before I responded. When I had questions, I said, I mean, wait, okay, I had a question anymore. He said this. So it's just one of them things where when you talking to somebody, that's kind of what you want to do. You want to make sure, cause like you can still have your opinion. Your opinion can still be your opinion. It's just, you just modified it a little bit. It's not, you didn't change it.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
We just came to understanding. Sometimes that don't happen though. It don't happen sometimes.
That is true.
But because we both listening to each other.
Because I say, hold on, you know what? Okay, that is true. And I was going to,
It's about how your mind think. And I'm just playing devil's advocate. I could 100% agree with what you're saying, or I don't have no say so on that.
But you honestly
I've never
had
that
a
wall
valid
put
point.
up. So
yeah. I don't, like I say, I do feel like going back to that situation, like in general, not just women. Like I say, I mean, I have dealt with people who I don't like. I just don't tell them it's a wall. I do tell them the truth. Like, I just don't want that from you. You're a sweet person. You're a beautiful person. I just don't.
When you don't
want
like somebody, the wall don't really be a wall. It's just certain things you just won't do.
Yeah.
That's just what it is.
I just tell my ass all the time, what you don't do for me, you're going to do for somebody else. So don't say you don't do it.
And you know, I had that same conversation. I said, yo, sometimes it's not anything that you think you just won't do. You just do it for the person, and you're gonna do it willingly. You just gonna want to do it.
You just gonna want to.
And I hate getting asked things. Well, it could be something small. I never get asked the question, but like, why you don't touch my butt or something like that? I never get asked that question. But the thing
I get what
is,
you're saying though.
Whether your girl got one or not, you're gonna do it because it's your. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I use that example because nobody could say it relates to them, but that's the whole point. Like when you like somebody, you'll find yourself just doing things. But technically speaking, all those is really walls, whether it's up or not.
Yeah, you're right.
I could be an ass slapper. You know, I could be an ass slapper.
That person just don't.
I'm gonna do it more and more now.
I'm gonna tell you one, and I hate to go here. That's just like even when it comes to sex. Some people know me. Some people I have dealt with me like, he's not really into it. That's not his thing.
Yep, you're right.
But then it's in other situations, they're like, I couldn't keep him off of me. and that really happened. Like I have dealt with people where they just like, come on, let's do it. I'm like, no, I'm not in the mood. I would lie.
Yeah. You don't really want to, yeah.
Yeah, and this was my excuse a lot of times. Oh, I got my daughter with me. I can't come because she be at home. I ain't thought about me. And then there's some people will
something done fell out here. She don't know why. You lying over there somebody else.
Then with some situations where like she was right there with me. Yeah, like, come over. Hey, mom.
Made up exactly. I be saying, I said, yo, the girl can't find a babysitter. She don't like you, bro.
She don't like you.
Now it's. I'm gonna give fellas a list. It's a thing. Sometimes they can't, and you'll know if they can't because they'll be upset. But 9.7 times out of 10, if she like you, she gonna find a babysitter.
And you know the only reason why I know that? Because I'm a father that's not with the mother. So that's why I know that.
True.
I'm gonna be honest with you. It's been times where I'm like, you got nieces, you got somebody around the age of 10. We'll go get them and she can play with them while we. So I know there's ways around anything. It's been women with kids who like me, and she done had to send each child with a different person to make sure, like, they be like, I can take one or two, but not all of them. And she literally done split them kids up just to say, hey, I want to spend time with you. So fellas, like, that's true.
You mentioned something earlier. You was talking about sexual stuff, but I feel like too, it's more so about chemistry. Like, but and I don't want to take it the wrong way because it's times where in the beginning somebody really won't do nothing, but midway through y'all start doing it all because sometimes you have to build that chemistry too. Yeah. You learn that person's body, they learn your body.
Most definitely.
And it's like, all right, we here now. You know what I'm saying? Most
definitely.
And sometimes you have to work there, but it's certain things that okay, this person don't like me. They don't like me.
Exactly. Even
they
when
don't want
we
to cuddle with you
talking about
afterwards, or they're just not affectionate enough. It's certain
Exactly.
things like that, you know.
And that's cool. That's why I say honesty is everything. Like if it's something I don't want to do, I've never been a feet person. Like I was one of them type of people. Don't put your feet on me. Ugh, why your feet so close? I was that person. You know, I definitely was that person. But once I started dating people I really like, it didn't matter what their feet looked like. Like,
Oh, okay. I like you. A little spicy. You a little spicy. I've never dated anybody with ugly feet, thank God. But if I ever did, then I wouldn't like feet. But I'm cool with feet now. I never talked to somebody that had ugly feet.
I don't want to say this because
I want to jinx myself. Though.
I'm not gonna say the person name. Like I'm not gonna do that. But I don't want to go into the situation because, and it wasn't that their feet was ugly. It wasn't that they had pretty feet. It was just, people grow up with
It sounded like feet ugly, bro. It sounded like ugly.
No. What they call it?
Corn, bunions.
No, like when they babies, they feet they had to break their foot to get them to I don't know what it's called. But yeah,
dysfunction. She had a dysfunctional foot.
What's the best way to call it?
Were they pretty?
Yeah, she kept them done and all.
So what was wrong with it? It just was lopsided or something?
Yeah, a little
uneven. It wasn't leveled.
Yeah, like not one short leg, nothing like that. It's hard to explain. I don't even want to. But I never, honestly, like I said, I never really cared to look at people's feet. Like that's how bad it was for me. Like I couldn't even look at people's feet. If your feet was out, I was one of the people that kind of was like,
oh wow, that's wild.
Women would come to the house, you had to sleep with your feet off the bed. So it was like girls coming over there, or and sexual things. They want to put their feet on you. I was one of the type of people like, don't do that.
That's definitely a person that was like, oh nah, he wasn't like that. that was that person. You ain't like that person. They probably saying bad thing about you.
Yeah, like it's somebody who probably gonna see this like, that's him. Like I was that person. Like
that's the feet man right there. He didn't like my feet.
I couldn't stand feet. So now where I'm at home and she has pretty feet, and it's not because she has pretty feet that I'm doing it. It's kind of just like I don't care anymore.
Gotcha.
Because I like you enough to. But it was a point where like.
People grow up though. It's a lot of things when you're young, 19, 18, you're just not gonna do.
Yo,
but you're 30, it's like you're gonna do it now.
We in our 30s, and we having adult conversation with friends at the cookout at the table, and I'm like, you do that? You did that? Like, wow, I didn't think you. I didn't.
That's funny. That's funny.
I thought my situation was blew out the water. Like, nah, y'all on some other stuff.
Hey man, it's a different world. Everybody trying things now, man.
But like I said,
no problem with it. But also, like I said, that just go back to the point where if somebody don't like you, you kind of just you can get the vibes. Like you can get the vibes. That's why when a woman asks me, "You mustn't like me," it's like sometimes I feel like either you ask me that and you trying to piss me off, or you want to hear no because you know the answer no, or you ask that you know the answer
exactly,
and it's like you want to hear no.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah, but that was cool. I think, like I said, if that's kind of the premise of your podcast, I think it's dope to come in there, especially if you're going to do one-offs like that, have another gender on or something like that. Just